Hi, my name is Tiago Duarte and welcome to another video tutorial here at Daily Beats. In today's video I'm going to talk a little bit of how to create melodies and how you can create melodies that are more human and more melodic. And I'm going to talk a little bit also about music theory. And before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe and activate the notifications so that you know when we upload new videos. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. And if you'd like to support this channel, consider buying one of our products at dailybeats.pt or becoming a premium or exclusive member. So let's go ahead. The first thing I'd like to do is to import when I'm creating melodies is to import the piano, because it's a really nice instrument to create melodies. And then you can always swap the piano for other instrument if you like. But it's a very nice way to start and create some melodies. So the second thing I like to do, or at least I usually do, is to set my scale. And for instance, I want to put it on a C, and in this case I'm going to put it on a C major. And if you don't find this menu, you have to, for instance, if you double click and make this window small, you have to go to this triangle here and helpers and scale highlighting. So there is not a menu here that does that. You have to go to the menu of the piano roll. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now we have C. So I have my keyboard connected here. You can see, where are we? Okay, like this. And one thing that I like to do is to just mess around with without how can I say, without a set tempo. I just like to start doing some chords without tempo. I just want to take the idea, and then after that I can go ahead and change the MIDI as I want. Okay, for instance, I just played that. Now I want to retrieve that information. FL Studio makes it very easy for us to do that. So we can go to Tools, Dump Score Log to Selected Pattern, and this will put all the notes that I played here in MIDI. So it will dump everything. So now I can just delete everything. And the nice thing about this is that this this method makes it so that we have the notes and also the expressions. So as you can see here, the notes do not start at the same time and have different velocities, and this makes it more human. So now that I have the chords, I just played minors and majors, or 3 notes chords, and as you can see here we have a lot, but they are not in a sequence. So if not in a sequence, in a tempo. So if I do this, it does not follow any metrics, let's say. So the first thing I like to do is to lower the tempo. So let's say I want to do a hip hop beat, so let's go with 86. And now I start messing around with the melodies or the chords. So I do something like this. I move this a little bit to the side so that they start at the beat. Okay, so this is too long, so I'm going to make it a little bit more close. Okay, let's grab these two here and bring them here. I want to make it so that they match a little bit more the timing. Okay, and I'm going to do the same. Okay, something like this, and decrease this. So now let's listen. And we still have these ones to put if you want. Now we have here a chord progression, and we can even change a little bit of the velocity, so bring it together of these lower notes. Okay, so now let's continue the notes, and let's see, we have 4 more notes, so maybe we can make a second part or 4 more bars of the melody. So let's go ahead and see if this sounds nice. Okay, let's click on Alt. If you click on Alt at the same time you drag notes, they will not match this grid here, so it's a nice way to make the notes fit better in the groove. So let's go ahead and do the same here for the last ones. These ones are too much, so this has a lot of variation here, so I want to bring this closer and do something like this and make them short. Okay, so now we can listen to everything and see if they sound nice. So we probably have to do some adjustments here and there, but let's listen. Okay, sounds nice. I was not expecting it to be so nice, but I like it. Okay, so this is a way for you to create really nice melodies with a lot of expression. And you can see that even I could do this with inserting notes with the mouse, but it will take me a lot of time to do this. So I strongly recommend you buy a MIDI keyboard. It's not that you cannot do music with the mouse. You can, and I did a lot of that, but this gives us a lot of flexibility and make it sound more human. So because of the flaws here of the timings and the velocity, and you can do that. You can just mess around with some notes, create some sequence of notes. Don't care about the timing, and then you can dump everything into a plugin and rearrange the notes, and this will make you make the melody sound nice. So you will have a lot of notes to mess around with. Another thing to do is to start learning about scales. So for instance, here, let's go to a new pattern. I created all these chords with a C major scale, and the C major scale, if you look at here, so let's see, I hope you can see this. So the C major scale will have the notes, all the white notes. So this is the C major scale, so it's very easy to follow it in the keyboard. My keyboard is Akai MPK25, so it has like 12, 24, 25 keys, I think so. That's why MPK25, yeah. And so it's really easy to play the white notes, even if you are not a very experienced music player or keyboard player. You can compose some great stuff with this little trick. And what I was talking about is to know chords or scales. And if you know a scale, you know that if you click like 3 notes like this, you will be able to you now know that all the white notes are in the scale. So you can just, I'm not moving my hand, I'm just moving it across the note. So I'm increasing the octave that I'm playing, and you can see that if I do something like this, it sounds really nice every time. So it's really easy for you to create melodies. Okay, so you can see that you can create some very expressive stuff with this method. And okay, so now I know that I have all the white keys. I can just click away and create some really nice melodies or loops because it's just the white keys. And this scale is very simple. Another scale that I know, I don't know a lot of scales, but I know this one. So the C major and C minor, because it's pretty much the ones that I really use a lot in my beats. So this is the C minor. So we have this C, D sharp, F, G. I think G enters. I think, let me see. Yeah, G and then A sharp. But let's confirm. So let's see C minor pentatonic. So yeah, so C, D sharp, E, F, A sharp, and C again. So this one is a little bit more complex. Because it's harder to do chords here in this one. But what I'm trying to say is that if you start memorizing the keys of specific scales, it will help you increase the way, or it will help you creating melodies. And you can know that if you hit those keys, you are inside of the scale, and you know that probably they will sound really nice. And this allows you to create some really dope melodies. Okay. Another thing that helps a lot is to have a sustain pedal, which I don't. So it makes it really hard for me to, sometimes play certain keys, because I have to be always, for instance, if I want this chord C minor to continue, I have to always have the keys selected. And if I want to move my hand to prepare for another chord, I don't since I don't have a lot of preparation or training, so it takes me a lot of time to switch between the chords, because I have to always press the key for it to continue. So with the sustain pedal, you just click once, you hit the sustain pedal, and then you release the keys, and the keys will continue to play. That's why it's a really important thing to have a sustain pedal, and I'm going to in the future buy one. So this is another really nice way for you to start playing and messing around with the keys. You don't have to be a really good piano player to make some really dope melodies. You just have to work it a little bit harder, and you can take advantage of the tools that FL Studio provides, which is the dump score and the MIDI functionalities, which help us a lot to correct the notes that we just played. So let's see. Let's listen again. So the next step would be to maybe record something. So let me go one octave higher. like this. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to pattern 3, and I'm going to do the same dump score log to selected pattern, and now I can see what I just played here. For instance, let me see, I wanted okay, so I think this is strange. Okay, so maybe, yeah, here I was looking in the wrong place. So this is what I played. So let me select everything, Control X to cut, and let's go to pattern 1 and Control V. And now we can start seeing. So let's see. This part I don't think I will want, because I know that this is the last key, this one here, and I play it right at the beginning of the 8th bar. Okay, so something like that. And now it's time for, let's see, let's listen. Okay, so something happened here and I don't know why. Let me go to C major again. It's probably something that I did. Okay, so this key here is not C, is B. So I probably did something here, something like this. So this should be here. Yes, so let's listen. Okay, sounds better now. Okay, so I'm going to start rearranging the notes from this side, because I think they are nice here. Let me open up a little bit the zoom in the keys, something like this. Okay. Okay, now it's just a matter of rearranging the keys so that they sound a little bit better. Okay. And this is the, let's say, boring part, but it's better to do it like this, because you will have the expression of the notes, and even the timing is not perfect, so which is a good thing. I don't know if maybe this is here. Let's see. Okay, so the timing on these ones are nice, so let me correct this. No. Let me extend this. Let me lower the velocity of this one. Okay, so now I want to lower the velocity of this one, or even create a different plugin. So let's see. Let's go with a Velvet, which is an electric piano. Okay, and let's paste it here, Control V, and now Control L, which is creating the notes. Okay, so let's try it on a lower octave. Maybe on an even lower octave. Let's try maybe even lower. And we can now see here what's going on the melodies. This one here, maybe instead of D, let's go with E. maybe let's go with C. So where is C? Here, okay. I think sounds better. Okay. Now let's change this electric piano for a different one. Let's see. Let's add a little bit of reverb. And a little bit of reverb to the piano, to the electric piano also. Apply a low cut, big size, stereo separation. And now we have here a melodic part that we could do here. So let's send it to the mix. Piano, and this is E piano. And we could have just this as a music, or as a beat, as a part for some music. And we can even add a little bit of dynamics, a limiter. Okay, so, and increase the gain. As you can see, really nice loop. And this is it, guys. This is the way I do some of my melodic, or even all my melodies. These are just some of the ways. Of course, there are other ways that you can go. Instead of doing chords like this, you can go with something like a arpeggiator, or different octaves. Maybe let me lower. Or you can go with 2 octaves, and also the chord and the support of the notes. Okay, I like this. So yeah, I will not continue. You can see that every time I have a keyboard in front of me, I start playing, and if I like what I hear, I start messing around with it. So this is some of the ways you can explore your creativity and increase your creativity is by doing this, doing some exercises. I understand that in the beginning it will not be easy. Even for me it's not. Sometimes I mess around with the notes and I don't have too much practice, but this is not a reason to not continue improving. And if you start doing some stuff and you start creating some nice beats, you will start gaining more confidence, and that will make you more excited about learning and becoming a better musician or producer. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here to this channel, consider subscribe and activate the notification so that you know when we upload new videos. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Also consider buying one of our products at dailybeats.pt or becoming a premium and exclusive member, and you will have access to project files and tutorials, special tutorials that I do here for Daily Beats. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.